I'm Maleficent. I'm a fairy. I'm a really big fairy. In fact, I think I'm one of the biggest fairies of all times. I live in the moors, a happy place where from our land we can see this other land, this human land. They have castles and they are ambitious. They have always tried to steal the moors from us. In the moors, we only live magic creatures. I once met this boy, Stefan. He was trying to steal, and I taught him that was wrong. After that, he kept coming back to the moors to visit me. He was such a nice boy, and he kept coming and coming. We grew older. One day, when I turned 16, he gave me a kiss. He said it was a true love's kiss. I believed him. After that, he never came back. One day, the king and his soldiers tried to invade the Moors. I defended my land with everything I had. The king tried to kill me with his sword, but he didn't, and I hurt him with one of my wings. He wanted revenge. Then, another day, Stefan came back. He started screaming my name from the outsides of the Moors. I attended the call, and he said he had came to warn me that the king wanted me dead. We talked for hours and hours. The next morning, I woke up. I was hurting. My back was hurting. I tried to check my wings, but they weren't there. My wings weren't there. I was in so much pain, I couldn't stand it. I started screaming. This agony inside of me, I just couldn't take it. Stefan became a king because he took my wings away. He married the king's daughter. They had a child. I heard about it. Then I went to the christening. I gave the girl a spell. She would always be pretty, but at the age of 16, she would prickle her finger on a spinning wheel, and she will fall asleep forever, at least until a kiss of true love came. When I said this, I saw the look in Stefan's eyes. He remembered when he told me that. I was so happy, but I was so full of rage. I couldn't even stand looking at him. His wife, she seemed nice, but she didn't know what kind of man she had married. That man betrayed me. He sent the little girl away with 3 little pixies. They protected her, but I always followed them from afar. I started to grow this care for the girl. I didn't want it to care for her. I wanted her dead. I wanted Stefan to suffer, because what could hurt more than a dead child? There was this one time the girl was about to fall, and I wanted her dead. I wanted her to fall, but I felt this this need to save her. This need. And I just saved her. I didn't know why. It was all weird. I didn't want to love her. She was so cute I couldn't stand it. One day she found me and she hugged me. And all I could think of was, this girl's father took my wings. This girl's father made my life miserable, and I have to make his life miserable. But she hugged me and she smiled at me, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I told her I don't like childs, but she kept trying to play with me. It was so awkward. I was so mad, but I felt this weird thing inside of me. I felt a tiny bit of happiness, and I didn't want to feel that. I think she forgot this encounter because she never looked for me again. More years passed by, and she became a teenager. She found me again. She said I was her fairy godmother. I was like, yes, I'm a fairy, but I'm not your godmother. I want you dead. You are my revenge kid. She became this girl, and I felt so proud of her for some strange reason that couldn't be happening. I was just thinking about how much pain her father had caused me. He had made me this miserable person. I was so sad. I had turned my land into the darkest place on earth. I was miserable. And then I started to love this girl, and I accepted it. She started to love me. We started seeing each other. I tried to help her, and she tried to help me. The day before she turned 16, her pixies, that she was moving out. She was coming with me. And then she found out her father was alive. And she went looking for him. And he was so mad because it was a day before her 16th birthday. She could still be dead by tomorrow. I think I just couldn't take it. I went after her. I tried to save her. I felt so useless. I tried to reverse the spell, but nothing worked. I felt mad, but this time I was mad at me for making that spell. I just couldn't. I had become this evil person. I was the nicest girl on earth. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to save her. It's not even fair for her. And I just can't take it. I got to the castle and she was already asleep. I just went in the room and gave her a kiss in the cheek. I was getting ready to leave when she woke up. My kiss was a true love kiss. What did this mean? I loved this kid. This kid was like my daughter. I really felt responsible for her. I felt like she had saved me from such rage. Then, when I had to kill Stefan because he was attacking me and trying to kill me, the only thing I was thinking about was what would Aurora think? If I killed her father, would she hate me? Because after all, it was her father. But he was trying to kill me and she didn't even met him. But I was worried sick about what she would think of me. But I had to kill him. He fell in the ground and died instantly. Then Aurora didn't care because, really, he didn't even met him. She loved me. She took me as her parent, as her fairy godmother. And then we went to the moors and I named her Queen. And I never felt so proud before. I felt loved and I felt happiness again. I was happy and I was loved. This made me happy. I was not evil anymore.